People who survive large predator attacks say something that doesn't make sense the first time you hear it. They say it didn't hurt. Not immediately. Not in the first moments. A lion has you by the shoulder, or a shark has closed on your leg, or a bear is doing what bears do when they have decided something needs to stop moving. And the people who lived through it and could talk afterward described not pain, but something closer to pressure. Distant pressure, a strange detachment, a clarity that feels almost peaceful before the conscious mind catches up to what's happening. This is not shock in the colloquial sense. It's not denial. It's a specific, ancient, extraordinarily well-designed neurological system doing exactly what it was built to do. And understanding it changes how you think about predators, about pain, and about what your body actually is when things go wrong. Start with the neuroscience, because the mechanism is real and documented and genuinely strange. The moment tissue damage registers at significant scale, the brain activates what researchers call stress-induced analgesia. The adrenal glands flood the bloodstream with epinephrine. The brain releases endogenous opioids, compounds structurally similar to morphine, produced by your own nervous system, that bind to pain receptors and suppress the signal before it reaches conscious awareness. This system doesn't activate because something hurts badly enough. It activates because the threat assessment system has determined that pain, right now, would be counterproductive to survival. Think about what pain does in normal circumstances. It stops you. It focuses your attention on the damaged area. It slows you down and demands care. In the context of a predator attack, every single one of those responses is a death sentence. A prey animal that stops moving when a lion bites it dies. A prey animal that keeps moving, that uses whatever neurological resources remain, has a chance. Stress-induced analgesia is the body's way of buying that chance. Suppress the pain signal. Maintain motor function. Keep moving. Process the damage later, if there is a later. Researcher Patrick Wall, one of the founders of modern pain science at University College London, spent decades documenting this phenomenon across both animal studies and human survivor accounts. His work showed that the pain suppression wasn't random or inconsistent. It was calibrated specifically to threat level. The more acute and immediate the threat, the more complete the suppression. The lion has you and you feel pressure, not pain, because your nervous system has made a calculation that pain serves no survival function in this specific moment and has routed the signal accordingly. But that's only what's happening in your nervous system. What's happening in your mind is something different and in some ways stranger. Survivors of predator attacks consistently describe a specific perceptual shift that psychologists call tachypsychia, time distortion under extreme stress. Subjective time slows dramatically. Sensory detail sharpens in some channels and narrows in others. Peripheral vision may collapse into tunnel focus. Sounds may become muffled or disappear entirely. And a specific kind of cognitive clarity arrives that people struggle to describe afterward because it doesn't resemble normal thinking. One of the most extensively documented accounts comes from David Livingstone, the Scottish explorer who was attacked by a lion in 1844 in what is now Botswana. The lion grabbed him by the shoulder and shook him. Livingstone survived and wrote about the experience with a clinical precision that was unusual for the period. He described a dreamlike stupor with no sense of pain or terror, a kind of detached observation of his own situation. He watched the lion shake him and felt curious about it rather than afraid. He attributed it, being a man of his time, to divine mercy. What it actually was is stress-induced analgesia combined with tachypsychia, producing a dissociative state that his nervous system had generated to keep him functional long enough to survive, which he did. If this is the kind of thing your brain won't let go of, subscribe. It's free. And this is what we make every time. Now here is where the predator's side of this becomes relevant in a way most people haven't considered. Different predators kill differently. And the method matters for what the experience of being attacked actually involves. Large cats, lions, leopards, tigers typically kill through suffocation, a bite to the throat or muzzle sustained, cutting off airflow until the prey loses consciousness. The process, in a healthy adult large cat attacking appropriate prey, is faster than most people assume. Consciousness fades within minutes of complete airway occlusion. The pain suppression system is already running. The dissociative state is already active. The experience of dying from a large cat attack for the prey animal is in many documented cases closer to going to sleep than to suffering. Crocodilians are different. The death roll, the signature behavior of a crocodile that has secured a grip, is designed to disorient, to cause trauma through rotational force, and to separate tissue. It is, by the standards of predatory killing methods, one of the more mechanically violent. But the same analgesic systems are running. Herpetologist Adam Britton at Charles Darwin University, who has studied crocodilian predatory behavior extensively, notes that the speed of the initial strike and the force of the grip activate the stress response before conscious pain processing can begin. Sharks are perhaps the most misunderstood. The shark attack that produces the most cinematic imagery, sustained, repeated, aggressive, is actually the least common type. Most shark attacks on humans are investigatory. A single bite, significant tissue damage, release. The shark determines the human is not preferred prey and leaves. The damage is real and severe. The immediate experience, per survivor accounts collected by researchers including Ralph Collier at the Shark Research Committee, is almost universally described the same way. Pressure. Not pain. Not immediately. The pain comes later, when the analgesic systems downregulate as the acute threat passes and the nervous system begins its damage assessment. When the adrenaline clears and the opioid response fades, and the signals that were suppressed during the attack finally reach conscious awareness. That part survivors are unanimous about is a different story entirely. But in the moment itself, in the specific seconds when the predator has made its decision and the body has made its response, what humans and most prey mammals experience is something their nervous systems have been refined across millions of years to produce. Not the agony of being killed, something quieter than that, something that kept the ones who survived just functional enough to escape. Your body has had this system the entire time, built for exactly this, hoping on your behalf that you never need it.